Hello there! Are you here to know more about entrepreneurship? Well, you just clicked the right video. So just sit back and relax because we're not letting you wait, so let's start immediately. For the past lessons, you have learned about the 4-gate model. And the first gate, which focuses on preparation, that consists of 3 M's, namely money, model, and mentor. But today, we'll now move on to the second gate, and this mainly emphasizes the process of marketing. Marketing plays a vital role in every business, since this involves the mindset, market, and message you wanted to impact to your customers. Therefore, the business won't prosper if you didn't include and conduct this step very well. This gate is necessary, for it is all about your connection to the consumers. The marketing gate consists of a lot of components, and the first concept you should learn is opportunity seizing. From the word itself, it basically means that an entrepreneur should grasp and grab all the opportunities in line to his or her business, because there is a competition going on within the companies of the field he or she is taking. Therefore, one of the most important attributes of being an entrepreneur is to have a fast decision making while not being impulsive at the same time. Entrepreneurs should have at least 70% assurance on the decision he or she is about to take. Are you already learning something new? Well, brace yourselves, since this is just the start of our lesson.
Target market. Targeting a specific market does not mean that you are excluding people who do not fit for your criteria. Rather, target marketing allows you to focus on your marketing dollars and brand messages on a specific market that is more likely to buy from you than other market. This is much more affordable, efficient, and effective way to reach potential client and generate business. In choosing specific demographic to target, figure out not only who has need for your product or service, but also who is most likely to buy it. Think about the following factors. Here are some questions to identify if you are focusing on your target market. In age, are your target market are for all ages, or is it for young ones or for adults? In location, is it near the rural area or is it located to province? In gender, which of sex gender are your target? Is it for LGBTQ? In income level, are your target market can buy your product? Is it affordable? In educational level, are your target market can relate on your product? And marital family status, is it your product for family or for individual only? In occupational, or are your product for married, single, or for divorced couple? In ethnic background, are your product does not evaluate any tradition of your target market? In looking at your current customer base, look for common characteristics and interest which one brings in the most business. Is it very likely that other people like them could also benefit from your product service? Check out your competition. Who are your competitors targeting? Who are their current customers? Don't go after the same market. You may find a niche market that they are overlooking. Analyze your product service. Write out a list of each feature your product or service. Next to each feature, list the benefit it provides.
We're now going to proceed with writing a compelling message or enthralling message for your company or for your brand. Before we start, let's now first define what does a market message mean. A market message refers to the message that you say to your audience when you're selling them on what you do. It is important for it could reach them deeper, a more personal level that could entice them to buy your product. There are 4 tips on how to write an enthralling message for your company or for your brand. The first one would be identifying the persons you are speaking to. This is considered to be the most important in writing an enthralling message for your customers. And here, you're going to identify your target market to know whom you're going to address the product or the service itself. Second would be identify their pain points. What problems do the audience face, and how does your products or your services stand to help improve their life? Thirdly, hook them with a headline. Relay the most important benefits in a single, powerful line that gets buyers interested in knowing more about how you could help them. The last one, present your benefits driven solution. Dive into the benefits you're providing them. It's your time to prove that you're understanding what they're going through and your product or service is made just right for them. It's important for the customers care about what's in it for them.
Sixth question, positioning framework by Reese and Trout. Reese and Trout gave a 6-step question framework for proper positioning. Number 1. What position do you currently own? Number 2. What position do you want to own? Number 3. Whom do you have to defeat to own the position you want? Number 4. Do you have resources to do it? Number 5. Can you persist until you get there? And number 6. Are your tactics supporting the positioning objective you set? A positioning statement may be expressed in a shortened version externally and in depth internally. For example, Waters Philippines. To the struggling Filipino breadwinners, which is the target market, Waters Philippines offers a business opportunity or the frame of reference or relevance that is faster, easier, and more profitable, or the differentiation than starting your own small business. This is because of the adoption of the DSAP, or Direct Selling Association of the Philippines, approved multi-level marketing compensation plan that rewards not just personal sales but also sales of direct and indirect recruits, which is the reason to believe.
Marketing mix. Marketing mix is popularly known as 4Ps of marketing. It is a set of controllable and interrelated variables composed of products, place, price, and promotion that the company assembled to satisfy a target group. For the service industry, there are 3 additional P's, namely physical environment, people, and process. Note that if the target market is unclear, the marketing mix is useless.
So, in the marketing mix, or more known as the 4Ps of marketing, has 4 elements, and it is significant for you to know their respective roles to properly execute each one of them. The first element is the product or service that the business offers, and its purpose is to fulfill what the customers need and want. It is necessary that before you start a business, you have to identify the pain points or the problems your chosen target market are experiencing. Through that, there will be a systematic process on how you will be able to think what you can offer because your goal is solving your customers' concerns to your product or service. Secondly, the element that makes the product or service affordable to target market is the price. As an entrepreneur, it is your duty to make a reasonable price based on the quality of your product and the socioeconomic class of your target consumers. If you get to connect all these factors appropriately, then it will be easy to earn a revenue that would profit the business. The third element is the place, and this also serves as an important part for every business because this is what makes your product or service accessible according to your consumer's purchasing pattern. This should always be prioritized when planning the business since if this would be properly executed, there is a high possibility that you will receive enough profit to help in sustaining and maintaining the business itself. Fourth and the last element in marketing mix is the promotions, which basically strengthen the relationship of the entrepreneur and its customers. The entrepreneur should think of strategies in attracting consumers, and one of the best ways to capture their attention is to have promotions because they love the fact that they are paying less than what it is really worth. Every entrepreneur always have the goal of making the business successful, but not everyone succeeds due to different reasons. And one of this is that they don't have a systematic way in what to prioritize. Most of the entrepreneurs tend to forget the importance and essence of the 4Ps of marketing or the marketing mix and how this can make the business better. So it is a must for entrepreneurs to focus on these 4 elements since it will surely have positive results on the business.
4 key decisions in assembling the marketing mix. There will be 4 key questions that need to be asked in order to assemble marketing mix. Ink for Less marketing mix will be our example. The first question is, what do I tell my target market? They use the communication channel as their type of decision. It is a method through which the message is sent to its intended receiver. Advertising public relations selling was used as marketing mix. Example, Ink for Less Pro Services offers free printers in exchange for a minimum 2-year contract communicated by an institutional sales force. Second question, where can I find my target market? The type of decision was used is the distribution channel decision. It means making the product or service available for the customer. Or place for distribution was used as marketing mix. Example, top 500 corporations of the Philippines. Third question, how will I make my target market try me? Type of decision was the sampling decision. Marketing mix to be used is promotion price. Example, product demonstration done by the institutional sales force, emphasizing budget savings companies can use for other projects. The last question is, will my product and service be compelling enough to encourage repeat and referrals? The type of decision is the value proposition decision. The marketing mix to be used is the product service. Example, company saves 100% on printer cost and save another 60% on ink cost versus the original equipment manufacturer while giving the same page yield and printing quality.
What is value proposition? Value proposition is an innovation, service, or feature intended to make a company or product attractive to customers. It summarizes why a customer should buy a product or use a service. It should be concise, clear, and explains how a product solves a pain point, its benefits, and why it is better than similar products on the market. In writing value proposition, you have to consider 4 decisions. The first one would be superior. Are you going to offer products that are better than what's available? The second one would be parity. Are you going to offer products same as what's available? For example, Jollibee and McDonald's. They offer the same products at the same rate and same quality. The third one would be inferior. Are you going to offer products not as good as what's available, but cheaper? And the last one would be different. Are you going to offer products different from what's available? For example, a footwear brand called Tom's. They're selling products and there's a certain percentage an impoverished person could get in every pair of shoes sold. This is a unique way of having your value proposition.
In brand name, if you need to choose a great brand name for your product, service, or business, starts by considering the importance of the name in your branding efforts. Your name is an extension of your brand, and it can reinforce the value you provide or distance you from it. When you are developing a name for a business, a product, or a service, you have number of options. Use the founder of inventor's name, describe what you do, take a word out of the context, or make up a word.
Marketing mix and product life cycle. It's important to know where the target market is in order to be aligned with their needs. This is really important when introducing a new product category. During the product introduction stage, consumers are confronted with a brand that they're not familiar with the brand category, so their decision-making speed would be slow, while the information search needs would be high. They must remember that the greater complexity of a new product, the slower acceptance it should expect because of the higher risk with buying an unfamiliar product. In the growth stage, the consumers may encounter a new brand in a familiar product. Their decision-making speed improves as the amounts of information needed and used are less because they already know the product category. It's important for the marketers to define and defend one or more market segments and introduce major improvements in their product because competition will study the market to find segments with unmet needs. The maturing stage. It is where consumers are familiar with both the brand and the product category. They consider the price and the availability of the brand important, and they also have the tendency to change the type of stores that they patronize. Consumers may shift from a specialty store to a discounted one, as they have become accustomed to the product and a better offer may attract them to a new location. Another stage is known as the declining stage, when sales volume will fall down due to the introduction of new products that are preferred to the existing product. In this stage, companies reposition its product or maintain only the strongest product and phase out the weak products.
Understanding consumer choice and marketing mix. Consumers consider two other factors before making choices as to the category, product, brand, channel, vendor, timing, quantity, as well as payment method. These two factors is buyer's characteristics and the consumer decision process. There are four categories of buyer's characteristics. First is cultural. It means how a learned worldview can influence buyers' behavior. The elements are cultural, subculture, and social class. Second, social. It is how people around us can influence buyers' behavior. The elements is reference groups, role, status, and family. Lastly, psychological. It means how self-concept can influence buyers' behavior. Motivation, perception, learning, belief, and attitudes are its elements. For business to business, there is slight difference as buyers' influence are taken into consideration. These are environmental influence, organizational influence, situational influence, interpersonal influence, and individual influence. Consumer decision process. First on the list is problem recognition. This is the part where you identify the problem and ask the question, why do I need to make this purchase? Next is information search. In this part, you will ask, where do I get my information relevant to my need? Another is evaluation of alternatives. In this part, the question is, what are available attributes and how do I prioritize these attributes, including brand image? Fourth is purchase decision. And the question is, what will I buy, from whom, when, and how much? Lastly, post-purchase decision. And the question is, how do I feel after using this product or service? For business to business, there is slight difference in business decision process as B2B clients go through problem recognition, general need description, product specification, supplier search, proposal solicitation, purchase decision, order routine, and supplier's performance review. The 4-Mind Framework. In this part, it shows the 4 minds of the customers when they make decisions. The 4 decision-making mindsets are not fixed and consumers shift from one to another based on demands of decisions. First is ideal point. It means customers know exactly what they want. Second, market comparison. It means customers figure out what is available in the marketplace. Third is local comparison. It means customers decide based on options available at the moment. Lastly, image point. It means customers decide based on general impression.
In expanding a portfolio, 1. Leave no stone unturned. 2. Make out a strategy. Number 3. Seek second opinions. Number 4. Ensure you're ready to prime time. And last, number 5. Limit your pace. Business growth doesn't just happen. It starts with you.